What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. This is going to be a Luiz Felipe Future Stars review. Alright, guys, so here we are with Luiz Felipe, a center back that, to be honest with you, looks absolutely insane. So I'm not sure if anybody caught the review video that came out on Saturday, which was yesterday. I know this one's coming out late on Sunday, but, you know, whenever you see it. We did start making a movement towards more of a data-driven sort of background here on the channel. So all of our player reviews are now going to include a tremendous amount of data. So what I've been tracking for this Future Stars Luiz Felipe is his stats across 10 different weekend league games. As you can see, I have now played 10 games with him. This will actually be the 10th game I'm tracking stats for. I did play one game without that. Obviously no goals or assists, but I have been tracking all sorts of different stats that we'll take a look at the end of the video, so please stick around for that. If you are interested in more data-driven reviews, there are going to be far more on my channel. We are going to be getting into a great many of them, but also there's a lot of other player reviews on my channel. So obviously you'll notice that he's on the bench. He will get subbed on immediately starting the game, probably for PK. Let me just make sure my fitness is good on everybody, and we are. So we're going to jump into the game. I'll talk more about this data stuff as we are playing throughout this game because I'm interested in your guys' opinions. Do you want full game highlights and then data at the end? Do you want data tried to like mix it in? Do you want just instead of a full game, do you want just highlights? That's a little bit trickier for me, but I can make it happen probably if that's what people really want to see. This is, like I mentioned, going to be the 10th game tracking stats for Luiz Felipe. I don't want to give anything away as of yet. Wow, this guy has that Osmian already. Holy cow, that's a good team. Eusebio, Neymar. Wowza. 99 Van Dijk, I didn't even see that. Okay. Alright. This is going to be quite the test for Luiz Felipe. Now, again, so because I felt a lot of my player reviews on the channel were just coming down to one game, and that's not really a fair assessment of the player, right? You know, you use a guy for one game, anything could happen, and that's not really a fair assessment. So what I'm going to do is play a minimum of 7, but more likely 10 games with every single player I review on this channel going forward. So this Luiz Felipe, you did just see me put him back into the lineup. I'm also tracking stats on Roy Keane and Daniel James in this game as well, just so I have, you know, some. You won't see that video for a few days, but you will see it eventually. Just so you guys know what's coming up. So we are going to play in this formation for now. Luiz Felipe doesn't have a directed central defensive midfielder in front of him. I'm just going to play this game as I normally do. If we notice things from Luiz Felipe that are, you know, something we should point out, we will. Daniel James actually gets in the box. This is my first game with the 86 winger, so it'll be, I'll give you a little bit of sneak peek first impressions on him as well. That might actually be interesting. The first half I use a player for, and the last half I use a player for, or highlights from the first game and highlights from the last game, or something like that, just so you get a first impression versus, you know, a really informed impression. Oh gosh, Allison. I'm just going to, like, play this ball out because I want Luiz Felipe to get in. It's already been 6 minutes, so we'll get that substitution in. Felipe now is in the game. I have been using overload ball side since the beginning of the year, actually. Well, in many cases, not all the time. Wow, Felipe just got beat pretty bad there, to be honest. Ben Yedder just walked right past him. But I know it's becoming really popular now, overload ball side, but it is really helpful. It just pinches that other fullback in. And just makes him more useful. Otherwise, he's just kind of marking a guy that he isn't going to pass to anyway. So, all right. So let's see. Hopefully, we can defend this corner here. What? I don't even know what just happened. I think Allison got a hand to it, and then it just dropped over the line anyway. Oh, wow. Selly. Yeah. What a goal. What a goal. What on earth? So he did win the header. Allison just... Are you serious? That's tough. Okay, well, it's going to be one of those games. See, this is why we can't judge our player reviews on one game, because freak things happen in this game. Things that shouldn't happen, right? Like, you know, there's no reason Allison doesn't save that there. So, Just weird things happen, so that's why we're moving towards a more data-driven review system on this channel. So because we're playing 7 to 10 games, oh, nice turn from De Jong. Oh, nice block from Van Dijk. De Jong wins it back, though. Looks to find a pass, but gets denied. Because we're moving to data-driven and because we're playing so many games, that should take out some of the weirdness that can happen. 4-star weak foot for Mane? No. That can happen because this is a game of a lot of RNG and randomness and luck and things like that. So hopefully things like that are easier to avoid because we're doing this data-driven approach where we can really get a realistic idea of, oh my God, Allison, you are having the worst game ever, where we can just kind of see how players are really performing over the course of 10 highly competitive weekend league games. Now, I'm a player who normally gets gold 2. You know, not my limit. I wouldn't say. I was going to say my limit, but I wouldn't say my limit. You know, normally I can get to 17 games with about 3 games left, and to get to gold 1, you have to win all 3 of those games. Most of the time, I don't play them, if we're being honest. I have gotten to gold 1 time this year when I got a little lucky getting those, those 3 games at the end, clutched them out. But just so you guys know the standard of player that you're getting here, I'm not elite like many people are. I hope to get elite at some point this year. If I do, well, you will surely hear about it. 23 wins I think is possible. As I'm playing right now, I believe my weekend league record is 9-4. So not doing terribly so far this weekend. Take that. Not too much work for Felipe so far in this game. We haven't been tested too much other than that corner. Okay, so now he's got an opportunity to make a nice tackle here. And does. Perfect. Lays it off to Kyle Walker. And just like that, we're on the counterattack. So he does his job there. One thing I really do like about this Luiz Felipe is his catch-up speed. He's just got tremendous speed. I'm not even playing him with an anchor. I haven't been, because I'm planning on selling him on, so I didn't want to put the chemistry style on him, although I might get the value back. But anyway, I bought him for 250k. He actually went up to about 280k. I didn't sell him because I wasn't done playing all my games with him yet, and I'm highly regretting it because now he's down about 200k. Okay, so you will see that later on in the video. But he is down around 200k now. Daniel James has the left foot. Not great. Anyway. So again, we are tracking stats on a number of players, and let me know what you guys think about this data-driven opinion. If anybody can come up with a slogan, I will shout them out on video. I wanted to start with, I wanted to include the phrase data-driven. Data-driven FIFA opinions, data-driven player reviews, data-driven, something that sounds like clever, you know what I mean? I want to kind of add a trademark slogan sort of thing to our video. Moise Keane should score there, and does. So if anybody can come up with one on stream, I'm not even streaming, leave a comment on this video, I would appreciate that. And if it's something I like, I will absolutely include a shout out to whoever does it when we are making our new slogan. So, all right, let's see James. He's got some electric pace that he just doesn't feel like using, apparently. What was that? He has an attacking work rate, no? I don't know. That was a little bit weird. I've spent a lot of time using his 82. I just finished all those squad battles. I wanted to finish him so I could track data on him in this game, so I'm not playing more games than I have to. I'm really trying to be as efficient as possible with this sort of stuff. And I will be getting as many cards as I can, realistically. I obviously don't want to spend all my coins. My next big purchase is going to be Team of the Year Kevin De Bruyne. So hopefully we'll be getting him sooner rather than later. We're not too far off. If we sell Conte, we're not a million miles away from De Bruyne. Maybe next week. I'm hoping for a next weekend league, but it'll probably be the weekend league after that, to be honest. What a goal from De Jong. As good as De Jong is, De Bruyne's stats are even better. What's this guy doing? He's not quitting, is he? That would be interesting. Another interesting thing I'm doing in the stats is, in the data, is tracking playing time over minutes, not by game. So when you get, so we can find averages based on minutes played, because if you do get a rage quit or you do get an extra time game, those can kind of skew results either way. So if we can look at just what they were doing per minute, that'll give us more accurate representations of what players were doing. So we are trying to, and if anybody can think of any other stats they might like me to track, things like that. Once you see the stat sheet at the end of the video, you'll have a little bit better idea. But anyway, hopefully you guys are listening to all of this, sticking with me. Luiz Felipe got beat pretty bad there. Ugh, he didn't have the recovery time that I would have hoped. Overall, I do think he's a good center back, though. I've used him for 9 games. He's made a good amount of tackles. He's made the interceptions that you'd expect him to make. He's strong enough that you don't really notice one way or the other, which honestly is more of a good thing than a bad. And he's fast. He's really, really fast, and he'll be even faster with an anchor or a shadow. Just absolutely rapid. This guy's got 2 shots on target, 2 goals, as do I. But hopefully we can come back in the second half, get the W here. We have won a lot of games recently this weekend league, so I can't be too upset as Zambrata just dribbles out of bounds. This is a ridiculous team, by the way. Oh, Mane. You're in. Zambrata slowed down. Oh, I should have cut inside as he ran past me. That was so bad. Kubo. Yeah, I've been using him. Review out my channel yesterday. Another thing I will be adding is end screen videos. If anybody watches to the end of the videos, I will be adding end screen cards. It'll recommend a video for you from my channel based on videos you watched before, and it will also have my latest video out there. So if you feel like it, please do stick around towards the very end of the video, because you will have the opportunity to watch a few others maybe you haven't caught yet. So it'll be pretty good. All right, Luiz Felipe hasn't gotten too much action in this game. It's hard with defenders because, honestly, like, they're really only going to make 2 or 3 tackles, 2 or 3 interceptions a game. So you only have 5 or 6 moments where they're really getting into the action, or maybe, and then like 2 or 3 moments where they get beat, and you want to show that as well. But Luiz Felipe does make a nice tackle there. Fortunately for us, he was offside because he did not make a good pass after that. Let's see if we can get some space down the wing here. Daniel James, can we okay. Trying to open up his pace a little bit there. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work. Instead, we'll turn the ball over to Neymar, but Virgil van Dijk trying to get in the way of it. Doesn't. Allison on the ball. Doesn't feel like picking it up. Why would he? We'll find a nice ground pass. Another pass into our midfield. Conte finds Keane. Keane finds De Jong. De Jong finds other Keane. Other Keane finds James out on the wing finally. And Mane's got great heading and jumping stats, but can't quite get to that ball. That was a decent cross in, though. All right, let's get our corner in. Come on. Nothing doing. Conte, I have not liked Conte, to be honest. He does make a nice recovery tackle there, but to be honest with you, he shouldn't have lost the ball to begin with. Oh, my God, he sold him so bad. Oh, if that pass was better, that's a goal. De Jong absolutely ruined those 2 guys. That was amazing. Wow, he absolutely crushed him. That was horrible. Oh, he's going to find that square pass, isn't he? Oh, what a save, Allison. You're starting to make up for the fact that you let that corner in. That was horrible. Starting to make up for that. Really do want to just grab a goal here, because I'm really not interested in playing an extra time with this guy. This time he doesn't get that lucky corner bounce, and instead we're able to play out to De Jong. We've got somebody up there. It is Mane. Great ball from De Jong. Wonderful touch from Mane. Now we should be able to get away from this guy with a nice pass to James, who finds Keane. Keane can't get around his man. That's one thing he does lack, is just that slight bit of breakaway pace. Okay, let's find the pass to the middle. That's not who we're looking for. We're looking for James there. Oh, that is the softest foul I've seen this side of yesterday. Come on. Win that ball back. Pressure. I don't even have pressure on yet, though I might actually think about turning it on now. He plays that nice ball down the wing. Now it's Felipe keeping up with Kubo, who has a lot of pace there. Did you see he stood right in front of him? Kubo actually had to turn around, or the guy had to turn his player around because Luiz Felipe, he wasn't able to break away from him. So that was a good testament to his speed there. Oh my gosh, that drag back is murdering him, except De Jong can't make a pass. All right. We are going to turn on team press as soon as we're on the defensive here. Right now, we're just trying to get the ball into the box. Finding Mane. Come on! Oh, where's the reactions, my friend? All right, we're going to try and win the ball a little further up the pitch, make something happen here. Oh, that's not a good start. Baited the pass, but it wasn't the one I expected to come. And this is where overload ball side can hurt you a little bit when he finds that cross-field pass and you're a little out of position with somebody. We did manage to handle it, and Van Dijk does win it back. Now Mane on the prowl. James has suddenly taken over the striker position. Does a nice pass to Mane, who links up with Conte. Finding Mane back. Trying to find James, but unfortunately Zambrata cuts it out. Can we intercept this pass? Okay, don't need to, because now it's a throw. I feel a goal coming here. I rushed that throw, and that was a mistake. But Mane's on it. Can't find a pass to Conte. That's horrible. Yeah, see, Kyle Walker was just pushed up way too far there, and he left us very exposed. Virgil van Dijk gets a nice touch on that, and Luiz Felipe not able to stop it, and unfortunately he is offside. Okay, that is very fortunate. In fact, for us, it was unfortunate for him. Let's find some pace down that right-hand side. Link up with Keane. Nice. De Jong, I see you. What a ball roll. The composure to hit that past the keeper under pressure. Team of the Year De Jong is the best card I've used all year. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Team of the Year De Jong is the best card I've used all year. Puts it through his legs. How's that for finishing? So Luiz Felipe has done his job, and he's kept out enough goals to have us win this game. So I will say Luiz Felipe has done his job here. What I'm feeling, and if you guys agree, is I've talked too much about other players, right? So maybe we should shorten this up, and instead of giving whole game highlights, particularly for defense, that's really unfortunate. Particularly for defenders, maybe we just do some shorter game highlights or something like that. That's so. You let the focus slip for 1 second, and you get punished in this game for sure. All right, Keane on the ball here. Oh no, the drag back too slow, man. Get on that. Get on that. Kyle Walker, track your man. Track your man. Oh, and Walker can't find. Oh, what a save from Allison. I'm not sure why you can't just catch that, but that's fine. We'll save it. Kyle Walker has actually been quite bad this game. He's another guy I've been tracking stats on, so we will get a video on him at some point that informed Kyle Walker. Obviously not quite as good as his headliners card, but that's the card I have, so that's the card we're reviewing. Gosh, losing on 2 corners would have been absolutely brutal, so thank gosh you missed that. All right, win that. Nice job, Jordi Alba. Good ball from De Jong. Can we find a pass? Mane, what on earth is going on here? Now De Jong is chasing back. Our entire midfield is chasing back. Walker's just, again, useless. He's just nowhere near where he needs to be. Oh, he's into the box here. This is trouble. That's where overload ball side can hurt you, but he fortunately hits that ball wide of the post. This will probably be the end of the game. In case anybody's, well, whatever. I'll just talk through the rest. Why not? Well, no. I think we have enough to make an accurate representation of Luiz Felipe. Right now, I'll cut to the end result of the game, and then we'll be into the stats. All right, guys, so here we are back at the end of the game. You can see Luiz Felipe with the 7.7 rating there. We will put these stats into our stat tracker. We did end up winning the game 4-3, which is very nice. So what I'm going to do now is jump from here right into our data, and we'll talk about that. All right, guys, so here we are looking at our statistical analysis of future stars Luiz Felipe. So as you can see, we did win a lot of games with him, but that's not something we really want to focus on too much. That says more about the team necessarily than an individual player. This whole section is kind of null and void. He didn't score a single goal. He didn't get a single assist, key pass, dribble, or even attempt a shot. So that's something we can kind of move on from. However, his average rating for a center back, I think that's pretty good. I don't often see center backs get over an 8. He did crack that 8 mark, 8.1 one time. As we do this deep dive for more players, who will get a better idea of just how good that 7.61 rating is. I mentioned in the Kubo video that I will be developing some sort of algorithm to give player ratings. Unfortunately, haven't quite done that yet. This is an error because you're trying to divide by 0. That's why. All right. Let's get into the passing and dribbling first. So on the ball, he was actually quite good. You can see his dribbling percentage of a 90 and his passing percentages of just about 90 as well. So that was really, really important. He only missed 6 passes over the course of these 10 games and also only missed 3 dribbles over the course of these 10 games. So that's interesting to note as well. Of course, these are averages per 90 minutes. He didn't actually end up averaging 90 minutes per game because of this 20-minute, this 15-minute, things like that. So instead of 120s, I did put 115s because he does normally, or an 85, because he does normally get subbed on 5 minutes after. So just keep that in mind. He is on 5 chemistry as well. Down here we have his chemistry style, his work rates, 3-star, 3-star. He does have the long throw-in trait, so that's something interesting as well. And finally, the most important part, his defensive statistics. These two are dashes because I accidentally forgot to track the stats on that, and they're on a different screen, so I didn't check them. So apologies for that. Unfortunately, these are still going to get... obviously, he had some sort of value there, right? But it'll only track... Well, it will still get tracked by... it basically won't affect it. It'll still give an accurate per 90-minute average. Well, will it? Maybe not. Anyway, I have to look into that and think about that some more. But anyway, apologies for missing that there. No, because it's L16 divided by L18. Wait, is that what we're looking for? Yeah, no. So it is getting divided by minutes. So this will give an inaccurate. If it's assuming these are zeros, which is possible, right? So whatever. We missed it. Sorry, that's my bad. Maybe we should take that 30. Well, no, because then it would calculate different things differently. Whatever. We're just going to leave it. It's not 100% accurate, but we are working on the data anyway. So sorry I'm stumbling through this, guys, but we will get into the important stats just here in a second. So 14 tackles over the course of the 10 games that we played. That's over 1.5 tackles per game. Same thing with interceptions. So tackles and interceptions actually interesting. Both ended up at 14. So that means he's winning the ball back for you over 3 times a game. And that's valuable to me. We'll have to, as we review more players, we'll see where kind of this ranks. And maybe I'll start a table of everybody's per 90 stats, and then we can kind of track players over time, a bunch of different players. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing. A bunch of headers in the beginning, didn't win any in the later half of these games, but did win about averages out to about half a header a game. So interestingly, he had his best game in a 5-1 rage quit, and then his next best game in a 3-2 win. So that's kind of interesting that even giving up 2 goals in the defense, we still had his best game, or his second best game, at an 8. Although he did have a very close cluster in these, went as low as 6.8 when we won in a 2-0 rage quit, but it was a very, very short game, so I think that's why. That is actually dragging his rating down, because rating didn't get... weighted by minutes. So that's something I can look into, weighting his rating by minutes in the average. But anyway, those are the stats for Luiz Felipe. I actually really enjoy the card. I think for 200K, it's pretty much a bargain for the stats that you're getting. If you look over on Footbin, I mean, his stats are, you saw the card in the game. Really, really high pace, which is nice. Solid defending stats, solid physical, great dribbling as well, and that's reflected in the stats here, and very good passing. So I think it's a card worth buying at this price. I think he'll probably even go down a little bit more. Very linkable, being Serie A and Brazilian, so you can link to a whole bunch of people there. Eder Militao, Telles at left back. You can get links all over the place. So I think it's a very good card and well worth this 200K. So hopefully you guys stuck around to the end of the video. Make sure check out the end cards at the end. If you're not subscribed, please do. But that's going to be it for me. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks.